Crop Top Leland. Truly, a thing everyone has asked for since the creation of the game. Will it be enough to save the game? Of course not, what are you thinking? This, however, that's what I'm talking about. So, the new update released, and quite frankly, it had all the ingredients to be one of the best updates this game has ever seen. And at first glance, it does seem like that. A new map, buffs to Nancy, that quite honestly make her feel incredible to play, and 2 new characters, Bones and Wyatt. I was originally planning on doing a video before the update came out, but I was a bit too slow and the patch came out. So instead, I decided to play a few days, talk with my friends about the update, and of course, prepare explanation videos for the new characters. Sadly, some of my predictions and concerns became true, one of them being... However, this hype also comes with some predictions and concerns. The biggest one is that, like last year, this update takes place in December. So if either character is too overtuned, or there's some sort of game-breaking bug, or hell, even if the game itself doesn't work, it will likely not get addressed until January of next year, which will destroy any hype for this update. The biggest issues I've seen are that Bones' savagery and endurance don't work at all, meaning that the only stat that works for him is blood harvesting. They also played it too safe with his traversal options. Not only do you need a perk for them, but everyone besides him dropping down a well is, quite frankly, bad. They're simply too slow. By the time they jump out a window or go over a barricade, a victim will have enough time to recover all their stamina, do their taxes, and get away before you catch up, making it effectively pointless.
Okay, goodbye.
Speaking of the well one, it has appropriate strength, as it can be used to confirm kills if used right, punishing rushes as victims won't be able to reset as safely. Bones needs to be smart about it though. He also has his bombs, which are very underwhelming. They don't really serve a purpose as they are super easy to avoid. You can put them by objectives because victims can avoid them by crouching, or by baiting the explosion, and you can use them in chase because they detonate too slowly. In fact, it's likely that the bomb will hit the family members chasing the victim rather than the victim. Even if they do hit, they only do a maximum of 30 damage without upgrades, and they have damage fall off, but they can deal as little as 15 damage. The reveal is nice but not super useful. The most use you can get out of them is putting them by a barricade and hope a victim triggers them so it blows up. On the bright side, all of these issues can be solved with a simple number tweaks. Making his bombs deal more damage and detonate the moment it detects a victim will give them proper lethality. It's a bomb, for crying out loud. They also take much longer to reset than other trappers, so they need to be worth it. They can also make his traversal perks faster, and I think the well one should stay as it is. He also suffers from a game-breaking bug where if you place the bombs in a specific spot, you can't pick them up anymore. And you can't even retrieve the spark plug when they blow up, meaning that you just become a man with a knife after a certain point. And of course, they also need to fix his stats not working. Let's hope that they don't take until January for it. What about Wyatt? Surprisingly, I have no issues with him so far. His knives take a decent amount of skill to use and they have a wind-up. They can be missed and can only be recovered with perks and a skill upgrade. It's not like they gave him something silly like, you know, the ability to turn off objectives instantly. Of course not, that'd go against his character design of being a fighter character like Leland. He stuns the family member and protects his teams with his limited resources. They surely learned from last year with Danny.
You got this, Wyatt. That's it. Stay still. It's done.
Why will they do this? This is basically on par with Danny's insta-tamper ability from last year. When I saw his ability, I was half relieved that it was not tied to objectives, so we didn't have to worry about new rushing strategies. But I was wrong. If that wasn't enough, he is capable of bypassing the 10-second stun immunity that family members have with his knife throw, so you can grapple, then stun them again with the knife throw. So even though his base ability on paper seems fine due to how they executed him, it will make for some really annoying strategies, especially when more people have his ability at level 3. Just imagine turning off Jen and Dancy's house, bypassing all the traps the family put there, and then just running up to the last game to unlock it. It's likely as fun as it sounds. Once again though, a lot of these problems are solved rather easily. They just need to make the level 3 ability not work on objectives, as he is not meant to be an objective character, and make it so he can't stun people after they were stunned. The last thing I want to cover is the map. I am very pleased with it. It is very unique on how it works, especially with an unique exit type, and it looks great. The map also has a distinct lack of wells, making rushing really difficult or risky, as resets have to be well coordinated. Quite frankly, this map makes me wish there were less wells in maps like the Mill, or at least make them harder to access. I really wish this game didn't go from "it's so over" to "we are so back" to "it's so over" so quickly. They really need to improve because the game really is on its last legs. But wait! There's one thing I forgot to address. We were all wrong, and this is the best TCM update we've seen. Game is broken, more like game is good. Because Rush Week changes, yeah baby, that's the real moneymaker. The game is saved, we are so back!